Okay, there goes those notifications. That's great news. Google Earth has a flight simulator built into it? What? Select tools from Google Earth Pro. Then select Enter Flight Simulator. Select your plane, then start flight. Whoa! That's cool, bro. That is really cool. Who knew? Well, if you watch this show, now you know.
Michael has key. What's up, Nay?
What's up is
the freaking Oracle.
Google Earth Pro has a flight simulator built into it that I didn't even know about. Isn't that crazy? Hello, freaking Oracle. Hello, Michael Haskey. What's up, guys? Good morning, good morning. So I think I woke up Cyber by accident this morning, and I think he turned off his Discord. Oops, I'm sorry about that.
Michael has key. That's cool.
Pretty cool. You know, we were talking about this guy ripping off Ed Sheeran, robbing this guy of this song. Marvin Gaye's song. This guy does a really good analysis, a very quick and very good analysis. And anybody who might argue with you that song was not stolen because they don't hear the similarities in it.
Josh G. Morning. Was looking to pick up some Pepe, but wasn't sure what one specifically and where to get it.
Well, you just go to CoinMarketCap, type in Pepe coin, it'll show you all the markets, all the exchanges. MetaMask. Everyone should have MetaMask, so you should use that. And Panquake, and there's a few others. Habai. Here, listen to this, guys.
The drum grooves are identical, the bass line is the same, the chord progressions are nearly identical, the harmonic rhythm is the same, and the melodies are phrased very similarly. They both backphrase off of beat 1, they emphasize the third degree of the scale, and resolve to the first degree of the scale. The copyright trial of the century...
Okay, there you go. That's the analysis. And if that's not explicit enough for you to prove that song was stolen, you need to go back and listen to that in slower time. It's the exact same song. It's just moved up a half of a step, and the words were changed. But, I could play Stairway to Heaven on guitar and call it Stairway to My Garden and change the words, and I'd be just as guilty as Ed Sheeran is. There's really no debate. And those of you, and it's millions of you out there that aren't musicians that are debating this, you guys need to sit down and shut up. You don't know anything about music if you don't hear the similarities in between those two songs. Okay? You're an idiot, and you're not a musician, and you were never meant to be a musician. Okay? You can't hear the similarity in two songs that are identical. It's a good thing that you never picked up a guitar. Ed Sheeran is obviously a shit musician himself. If he has to steal one of the most famous songs known to man, and try to claim it as his own. It really angers me. I hate stolen valor. I hate when people steal... Hello.
And that's how they stole it.
I hate when people steal...
One knot off, they can say it's similar, but not it.
Nope. It's not that. You can't just change one note and say it's similar and not get sued. You can't. That's not how reality works. It's like, I can't go steal your car, Michael, and go put on another set of tires and claim it's mine. You can't just do that. And I think you got it. I think everybody gets it. This is... If he doesn't get destroyed in this lawsuit, I'm going to be a little pissed off. This is just... And that jury should consist of 12 music producers, writers, and musicians. Not just regular people, because regular people...
Michael,
you've proven to me that you can't hear it.
Okay, I do get it.
Look, he literally plays the songs. He plays the songs one after the other. Listen to this. If you don't get it, listen to this.
Do these songs sound the same to you?
When my hair's overgone and my memory fades,
Well, if they do,
It's the exact same song. It's the exact same song with different lyrics. And if you don't hear it, don't talk to me, man. I'm a music producer. I'm a musician. Okay? You don't get to talk to me about this if you don't understand it. And I'm not going to explain it to you because it's not my job. But it's just sad that motherfuckers like Sheerhan exist and they think they can go around and steal people's music. I fucking hate those people. And as a podcaster that produces content every day, I always tell people I'm cool with that. You guys take all my material and do whatever you want with it. Anything you want.
I hear it.
As soon as you take my material, like a song that I wrote on here, and you try to start making money on it, I'll take you to fucking court and I'll sue your ass because you're a song thief. And I've always said you can use whatever you want. Anything that I put out there is fine. But if I write a song on here and you fucking try to steal it and claim it as your own, I've got the proof. I've got the video of me writing the song, which is before you stole it from me. And I'll take it to court and I'll win, especially if you're making money off of my writing. Oh, absolutely, I will do that. Why? Because I tell you, you can use all of my material all you want. Just don't try to fucking capitalize off of me. Don't be greedy. So, as soon as people start making money off of your work, you have every right to secure that shit and lock it down. And I totally understand it. If somebody's giving a speech, or something happened somewhere and somebody caught it on video and I'm using that, or someone is explaining something and I'm using that on my, I'm not taking Metallica, Metallica's greatest song and playing it while I'm talking here. I understand the difference. And I think copyright is very important in that there are musicians out there that deserve the rights to their songs. This Ed Sheeran guy is not one of them. He's a fucking thief. Led Zeppelin was guilty of it. Pearl Jam was guilty of it. They steal songs. They steal melodies. They steal harmonies. They steal fucking chord progressions. They steal fucking hooks. They do it all. And they get away with it. Because nobody speaks up and says, hey man, that's my song. That's cool. As long as you're getting away with it and making money, fine. But Marvin Gaye, this guy literally took Marvin Gaye's song and mashed it up while he was in concert with his own song. And then he acts like they're not similar. They didn't play different music when he started singing Marvin Gaye's lyrics over his song. Why? Because it's the same song. It's just simple. And there's no need to debate it. And the fact that this is going to court is psychotic. But at the same time, it's just so obvious. It's so painfully obvious that this guy is a fucking song thief. And I wouldn't be so upset if he didn't go to court and say that he was somehow offended by the notion that he could have stolen this song because he's such an excellent musician. Fuck you, dude. That song was around before your fucking little ass was born. Alright, fuck you. You totally stole that shit. How old is that Ed Sheeran guy anyway? The song's way older than him. That proves my point right there. So fuck that talentless cunt. Okay? And I hope he loses. And I hope fucking Marvin Gaye's family cleans his ass out. And I hope that this spurns on more suits against him and other people that steal songs. I fucking hate you all. Fucking thieves. You're a thief, you're a fucking liar. And what do I hate more than everything? It's a liar. And what is a thief? Is a fucking liar. Where'd you get that? Oh, I bought it. No, you fucking stole it. You're a thief, you're a fucking liar too. See how that works? Oh, you hear that? It's like it's not even a challenge, right? I'll play it again.
Do these songs sound the same to you?
When my hair's all but gone and my memory fades, I've been really trying, baby.
Well,
it's the same goddamn song. It's the Marvin Gaye song is a half step up from that, but they slow it down to a half step. Oh, son of a bitch. It's the exact same song. It matters. Truth matters. Reality matters.
G.
Facts matter.
He should have claimed someone wrote it for him. Probably the only song he did write cause it's stolen his music is for the birds anyways. PSH.
You don't just claim that. You don't just make up an author to a song, Josh. That's not how it works. When someone writes a song, they take credit for it. They're the author. You don't just change reality like you fucking sound like you want to do, Josh. Oh, he should just lie. That's everybody's solution today, Josh, is to just lie your way out of it. He lied his way in. Why not just lie your way out? That's the problem, Josh, is your mentality is the problem, bro. Oh, he should have just fucking lied. No, he shouldn't lie, Josh. And you shouldn't be telling people to fucking lie, Josh.
Morning.
It's not how we solve our problems. Man, I wonder if you watch the show as much as I think you're watching it, Josh. You suggesting that he lies about it? Really? That's your solution? Hey, good morning, Billy. Is that your solution, Josh? He should have claimed someone wrote it for him. Really? Is that how you get out of trouble, bro? You just tell more lies? When you get caught lying, you just tell more lies? Because that always works. You know, because then...
Kenny Picaro.
Fuck lying.
Fuck lying.
Exactly, Kenny. Fuck lying. Josh, you're not answering me, so I'm just going to keep asking you.
Billy Ballantyne. Josh, you should lie and say you were joking.
I think he was joking. I think he was joking, and I'd accept that as sarcasm. If he would just talk to me. But he spoke and just walked away.
Kenny Picaro.
So...
Fuck liars.
I don't know why you talk to me and then you don't respond when I engage you in conversation. If you're going to say something and it inspires me to talk back, why aren't you going to engage me in conversation?
Michael has key. I thought Snoop or Dre stole from George Clinton and a few more funk bands from back in the day.
No, sampling's not stealing. See, you gotta learn the difference. If you were in the music industry, you'd understand this.
Josh G. Yeah, sorry, LOL. Just trying to busy the dude's stupid balls. Yeah, I'm glad he was honest.
Okay, you're trying to bust the guy's balls. Okay, I got you. I totally took that as... I was hoping it was sarcasm, Josh. Snoop or Dre don't steal music, Mike, okay? That's
Josh
the wrong.
G.
They sampled the music.
It's
They
just
got
funny how he loves to claim he
permission.
didn't write it, and it's a steal.
Okay, Mike?
Billy
They got
Valentine.
permission
That's why
from
I
the
don't have many
copyright
close friends.
holder. They got
I'm
permission from...
Humans no likey. Kenny Picaro.
They got permission
Sampling isn't stealing,
from
it's
the
borrowing.
copyright holder, and that's how Snoop and Dre and all those guys that are huge make millions of dollars, because they do it. They pay for that money. They pay for that sample. Okay, that's the legal way to do it, and that is a commonly known practice in music, is to sample somebody else's material, but you ask them if you can use it, you get permission, and if they're like, well,
My
you know,
gal has
I want to
the-
make some money off of it if you're going to use my
Okay,
work,
got
and then
ya.
you write up a deal, a percentage deal, to use that little snippet of music in your rap song. They're not thieves, and you can apologize for calling them thieves.
Francesco
You can
Moore.
apologize too. I really don't like it.
Nay,
You
nay,
literally
nay.
just said that Dre
Kenny
and Snoop
Picaro.
stole music. It's
What's
not
up
true,
now?
and you need to fucking apologize to those guys, because you just fucking lied. You don't understand music, and this is the fucking problem. People don't understand copyright. They don't understand music. They make these statements, and then, you know, you correct them, and they're
Kenny
like,
Picaro.
oh, okay. No, how about, hey, I'm sorry, Snoop.
Then how
Hey,
are
I'm
you
sorry,
doing?
Dre. That was really shitty of me. You guys are excellent musicians, and I should have never said that to you. Hey, Kenny. Kenny, call me Nay, N-A-Y. You almost had it. N-A-Y. Kenny Picaro, appreciate it, buddy. You were close when you said N-A.
My gal has key. No, I said I thought there was one. I'm sorry, I didn't hear it the right way.
You said you thought?
Kenny Picaro. Nay. Kenny Picaro. Okay.
Oh, you thought! My bad. My bad. Well, you thought wrong, and it's a good thing now you understand. Okay, yeah, you thought. You didn't think hard enough. Think harder next time. Or even, here's an even better solution, Michael Haskey. Ask me. I used to own a recording studio. I'm an expert in copyright. I'm an expert in when someone copies somebody else's song. I'm an expert in sampling other people's music. I'm an expert in knowing how to do that legally and how to secure those rights for my customers back when I used to own a recording studio. And even when I was working on YouTube and I wanted to secure rights for the song from a TV show, I can't remember the name of the TV show, but I contacted the people that owned that song, and I said, hey, I have a podcast, and I would love to use your theme song at the beginning of my podcast in the morning. Would that be cool? And they're like, yeah, that would be fine. Just pay us $500 every time you sample it for every podcast you put up. And I was like, go fuck yourself. I'll find another music. I'll go find another song, wow. But that's how you do it. You contact the copyright holder and you send them a letter, an email, and you say, hey, I want to use this material. Can we work out some kind of a deal? And they're going to tell you, yeah, this is what it's worth to us. $500 every time you use it. Wow. Well, I ain't making $500 on a podcast, so fuck you. Maybe if I was making $10,000 every time I went live, I'd do that.
That's why I said I thought. I'm not about lying. It was just something I heard quite a few years ago.
You heard it?
Maybe I should have said it as a question.
Well, the point of that is, if Snoop or Dre had stolen music and were making millions of dollars, don't you think the copyright holders would have gone after them and sued them? And that never happened because they paid for the rights for everything that they've ever used. That's what Dr. Dre does. He knows how to do that. That's what his DJs do. They know how to do that. They know how to go out and find snippets and get the permission so that they can use them in their own songs. I mean, this moron, Sheeran, whatever, he obviously doesn't understand copyright law.
Okay, but I'm not a liar, bro.
Okay, you're not a liar. Good. Good. I'm glad you're not a liar. I don't like liars. I fucking hate liars.
The acid trap. Some people don't clear the sample because they don't realize how big the song might blow up.
Right, and we all know who did that shit. A band that we never hear of anymore because they took a sample from a Rolling Stones song, right? And, the song was, it's the symphony, bittersweet symphony. It's a bittersweet symphony. And all they would have had to do was, once they had their groove going, they could have removed that Stone sample because you can't even hear it in the song. It's there.
Michael has
but once the song was complete...
You called me one, though. But it's cool. I understand how serious you are about music.
Well, let me ask you this. When you thought that Snoop and Dre stole music, did you ever say Snoop and Dre stole music? Because you thought they did? That makes you a fucking liar. Okay? So you probably did lie about it. It sounds like that's what you thought. You may have engaged people in conversation about it, and you may have called them thieves. And maybe the only reason you said I thought that Snoop and Dre was because you heard me talking about copyright and you're starting to realize, oh, they're not thieves. That's right. There's a way that you can sample music. So maybe you did lie about it, Michael. I don't know. You claim you never lied about it, but you literally just told me that you thought that they stole the music. So if you told it to me, did you ever tell it to anybody else? You may have lied. And if you did, man, that makes you a fucking liar. And if you want to say, I'm sorry I lied, that's fine. And if you say I never said that, that's fine too. But if you want to split hairs with me, man, we can split hairs all fucking day. You want to make this about you being a liar, we could totally fucking do that. So anyway, Bittersweet Symphony was they took a stolen piece of music from a Rolling Stones song. The song was yeah, you could hear it actually.
Michael has key. That's cool, man.
It is very similar, and when I try to think of the Stones song, the fucking Bittersweet Symphony keeps blocking it out. I told you once and I told you twice. Bah, 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 nah, nah. Never listen to my advice. Bah, nah, bah, 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 nah. This could be the last time. This could be the last time. Maybe last time you find love. But no, no, no. But that's the musical piece that they took for Bittersweet Symphony when it's going, and they slowed it down. It's a bittersweet symphony, I swear, and it's bow, 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 ba-dow, bow, ba-dow, bow, ba-dow. But you don't hear that. Why? Because they turned it down so quietly that you'd have to be a really good producer, not just a musician, but you'd have to be somebody who's really skilled at this to pick it out. It took me a long time to be able to hear that in that song. I was like, what the fuck are they talking about?
What are your thoughts when artists take a line of lyric from another song and either make a song off of it or add it to their song?
Oh, and make a different song? No, that's fine.
I feel the same way as this.
No. That's let's say you're listening to a song like "I Can't Stand the Rain" by Tina Turner. I can't stand the rain against my window, and then Dre comes out and says, "I can't stand the motherfucking rain because all it does cause pain and the." So they used 4 words from a song? Or 5 words from a song? I can't stand the rain. Let's just say he did that. And to you, that's stealing? It's not. I got news for you. It's totally not. It happens all the time. And bands will literally shout out other bands when they're doing a song, and in the middle of their song, they'll say the title of another song, or the title of another song, literally, to shout out another band in their song. It's been going on for years. There's nothing illegal or there's no theft involved in that. Take a line of lyric from a song and make another song off of it. Not copyright infringement, bro. If I say a few words and put them in a song and they make a lot of sense, like let's say bad moon, there's a bad moon on the rise. And it goes, there's a bad moon on the rise. And you're like, you make a song and it's like, there's a bad moon on the rise. Not copyright infringement. But if you were to keep going with that and take all the lyrics from that song and to just change the tune, well, then that would be theft. But just a phrase from a song or the title of a song or a couple words out of a song, it's generally more like a shout out. It's almost like when the words of the prophets were written on the studio wall.
Billy Valentine.
It's like that from Rush.
If I sing about cheese, do I owe Wisconsin money?
The words of the prophets were written on the studio wall. Concert hall. You hear that? It echoes with the sounds of salesmen. These are lines taken from other songs, but they're done differently, and it's like a mention to the other artists. Like, this was definitely an influence for our band. We're going to include some words from their song. You know who else did it? I'll tell you who else did it, and they're real good at it. Tesla, their guitar player. He loved Frampton and other guitar players. So when he would play a solo, he would grab one of the licks from Peter Frampton to start one of his solos off. It's not copyright infringement, man. It's a tagline from a song, a very small, and you can do small snippets just to say, we love fucking Peter Frampton. Here's a little...
Not the example I had in mind.
Frampton wrote that.
They'll try to
Tesla
find
redid
your one
it,
in particular.
and they did it so good, Peter Frampton would never have a problem with it because he knows this is not copying my stuff. This is them loving my stuff and putting it in a song because they're giving me attention, and that's great. That's musicians and music does that all the time, and that's not copyright infringement. When you take someone's work and you claim it as your own, that's copyright infringement. Bittersweet Symphony did that. They took the Stones song, they wrote a song around it, and they tried to pass it off as their own song. When you're doing like you said, a phrase or a musical like a tag from a solo or whatever, and it's recognizable, but you're not copying the whole phrase, you're just doing a little bit of it, totally within your legal right to do. And people appreciate that. Because, when I heard that, echoes with the sounds of salesmen, that, I'm like, what the fuck is that from? Oh, man, that's from another song. Oh, that's another band. I should be checking them out, too. Which is what drives me crazy about YouTube when I put out content, or somebody else puts out content, and I use their content on my show, and I get in trouble for it, and I'm like, dude, that was already on YouTube. I'm expanding the amount of eyes, the amount of visibility that piece of whatever got. I'm not claiming it as my own. I never take somebody else's work and claim it as my own. I don't take Jimmy Dore's reporting and say, I did this reporting. I say, no, this is Jimmy Dore, and he's a fucking asshole. That's why I use that, and that's fair use. If you're taking somebody's stuff and you're criticizing, critiquing, that's all part of fair use. So, we should have a class in school for kids. This is what I did when I was in college. I took a copyright class. And we, for a whole semester, this is what we studied. They should do this in high school for kids, because there is and there's a lot of money involved in copyright. If you're out there sampling songs, if you're out there copywriting, if you're out there, producing and doing all that shit, these people make a lot of money doing that. It costs money to make money. They're paying for those samples, but then they take it, they turn around, and they end up making millions, if not more, off of some of these recordings. So why don't they teach kids this in school? I don't know, man. It wouldn't take that much. And the amount or I should say the lack of understanding that people have around copyright blows my mind. When you go through these comments and people are saying, oh, I don't see it, I don't hear it, I don't see it, I don't see the similarity, I don't hear it. There's a problem there, man. I don't know if it's that people are stupid, or if it's just musicians are just special kind of people that hear things that other people don't. I don't know. Maybe us musicians are smarter than average people. Maybe we are. That's, to me, I'm sorry. Maybe a rocket scientist would look at a rocket and say, that thing's not going to fly. And I would look at it and be like, I don't know why you see that. So maybe that's just my expertise in my field. And I don't mean to clown on people for it, but be better. You guys, people need to be better. You need to listen harder. You need to be smarter. If somebody's telling you these two songs are similar, then you need to fucking listen to that and figure out why you're not hearing it. Okay? I couldn't believe when I went to Marvin Gaye's song and a whole bunch of people were posting and saying, I'm here because Ed Sheeran is getting sued over this. How many people followed up with, and I don't hear the similarity? I don't hear anything that's similar between these two songs. Then we've got a serious problem here on Earth. A serious problem. And it needs to be addressed. This goes way beyond copyright, man. And this is all about facts and reality. Okay, fine. You don't trust me. You trust this guy? This video's got, 1/3 views. So 1/3 people are watching this guy, Adam Neely.
Billy Ballantyne. There's some truth to that. I'm very observant, yet my musician buddies try to point out things that I don't hear at all.
I don't know why that is. Musicians, we suffer in math and English skills and in all kinds of other things, coherency, paying attention, being bipolar and all that shit. But when it just comes down to intellect, man, people don't hear the similarity between these two songs. Bro, I'm not clowning you guys at all. Go on YouTube, go pull up Marvin Gaye's the very first one that pops up on YouTube when you type in Marvin Gaye, whatever the title of that song is. Let's Get It On. And start reading through the comments as you're listening to an incredible piece of original music, done by real musicians that knew what they were doing, man, that were really good at what they did. They were artisans of their time. Go listen to that. And go read all the hypocrisy and irony and the stupidity and the ignorance and the inability of people to hear similarities in music posted underneath this video in the comments section. I'm here to tell you, for me, this is what I'm talking about it today. I realize how dumb people are. Dumb. I don't think you have to be a musician to hear the similarities between this. Let's do it one more time.
Do these songs sound the same to you?
When my hair's all but gone and my memory fades. I've been really trying, baby.
Well,
If you can't hear the similarities between those two songs, I can't help you. And what I think about you is that you are a fucking numbskull if you can't hear the similarity between those two songs. You know, what are you listening to the guy singing? Oh, you're listening to the guy singing. You're thinking that the vocalist is going to do the exact same thing. Oh, I see the problem. I get it. Okay. Ignore the vocals. Okay, now, I got you. I totally get you. Ignore the vocals. You don't listen to the men singing. There's a white guy singing on the first one. There's a black guy singing on the second. Don't listen to either of those guys. Just listen to the music in the background. Bass line, the guitar, the keyboards, the vibe, the key that it's in, it's a half step up. So they're similar because we dropped it down. The tempo, it's all identical. Listen. Oh, the chord progression too. Listen.
do these songs sound the same to you?
When my hair's all but gone and my memory fades.
His voice sucks anyway. I mean, you can really just feel that second part, right? So if you're not listening to the vocal, it's the exact same song, except the original has more... It's more genuine. Now, it's got more groove, it's got more vibe, it's got more soul, it's got more everything.
The acid track.
It's the original and it's better.
It's the sample/beat. Can't beat Marvin's voice on it.
No, man, that... Oh,
Andrew
God.
Nara.
You listen to this.
Heart.
This little white boy trying to sound like a schooled black man. It's... Listen to him
These
trying to
songs
sound
sound
like
the
him.
same to you?
Listen to him.
When my hair's all but gone and my memory
No, dude, it ain't working. No. No. Absolutely not.
fades.
No. No. Oh, so much better. Marvin Gaye, bro. Makes the hair stand up on the back of my neck, man. Makes the hair stand up on my arms. Marvin Gaye's voice. Fuck his father, dude. I'd like to fucking punch that motherfucker in his face for killing that man. That just gets me so upset. That whole story, man. Fucking... Piece of shit. I've been really dry. Oh, no.
Patrick John Welder.
Maybe one day.
My brother yelled at me for now getting into Pepe last HT. I guess so, bye. But where?
Patrick, are you listening to me when I speak to you? I already told you it's available on MetaMask, which you should already have. It's available on Panquake. It's available on Habai. I don't understand why I have to say this to you a second time. Do you say something in my chat and then immediately mute my goddamn live stream? Let me know. Why am I repeating myself? It's top of the hour. And I'm in a mood. I must say, I'm in a little bit of a mood today.
Patrick John Welder. I came in late, LOL.
Oh, then somebody else must have asked me about Pepe. I'm sorry. Josh G. My bad. It was Josh G. My bad. I'm like, dude, I already answered that question. MetaMask. If you don't have MetaMask, get it. That song 1973. Let's get it on. I wonder what year Ed Sheeran was born. Okay, Google. What year was Ed Sheeran born? 1991. The song was written in 73.
Andrew
Wow.
Warren.
Almost 20 years before he was even born.
Backwards man, backwards man.
Andrew! Andrew, man, what's up, bro? I'm sorry I didn't recognize your name
Patrick
at first.
John Welder.
What's up, brother?
I'm going to go down the rabbit hole of Marvin Gaye's story. I had no idea he was killed. Billy Ballantyne.
Yeah, his father killed him at the
There's
breakfast
tons of
table.
these too.
Shot him.
Lady Gaga stole Born This Way from Madonna. Bruno Mars stole Locked Out of Heaven from the Police, and many more.
Oh yeah. It's very
Joe
common.
Froggy.
It's song thievery is very
Not
common.
notified.
That's why we studied it in school, because it happens a lot, and that was what the instructor said. He said copyright is one of the most important parts of music production. He said because you can spend your whole life writing the perfect song, but if you've got some parts in there that are identical to somebody else's and you don't know, then all that work that you put in is going to be for nothing, because they're going to come in and they're going to take it all away from you. And that's how we started the class. And you don't forget something like that, man. You know, no law regarding cannabis. Cheers, everybody. Top of the hour.
Blackwell_246. Hey mate, what's up? I love your streaming and your content look very nice. Keep it up. Andrew Naran. Lawful.
Blackwell, you are definitely in the minority. My audience doesn't even appreciate my content, bro. But I appreciate you for saying that. Thank you. You know how I know my audience doesn't appreciate my content? Because only 12 of them are here right now. So while I appreciate what you say, really I do, Blackwell, it's really hard for me to believe you when I have numbers like this. I'm not calling you a liar. Hey man, I think my content's cool too. I do. I think my content is cool. It's what I want to put out there. But not much has changed around here. You know, we smoke, we talk shit, we hang out. It's either for you or it's not for you. You know, it's some people, they think it's for them, and then they filter off. Are you in the UK, Blackwell? Where are you at? Andrew Naron, how's Northern California treating you, bro? (1973) and Sheeran was born in what did it say? 91. So what is that? 18 years later? That song was around for 18 years before this little fuck was shitting his diapers. You know? 18 years. And he thinks he can just be born on this planet and take what all of us have been listening to for fucking 18 years before he was born and claim it as his own and say it's his song.
Patrick John Welder. Says his father had a brain tumor when he committed the crime, so they reduced the sentence.
Yeah. Fuck that guy. And fuck his brain tumor. Sheeran goes on stage, does his song, and then mashes up Marvin Gaye's Let's Get It On top of his song, and then sings the Marvin Gaye lyrics. So for him to act like he doesn't see the similarities between the songs, he literally performs it. He literally performs them side by side during his concerts. And it's on video, and this guy showed it on the video that I had pulled up. I don't think I really feel the need to prove to you anything or show you guys anything. But I'm just saying, you know, the guy knows he stole the fucking song.
Wet and cold.
You know, it's like when Eddie Vedder mashes up English beat song over his
Andrew Naran.
Sooner or Later.
I'm a year older. Billy Ballantyne.
Wet and Cold. And a year
Michael
older.
Eisner copyrighted Happy Birthday. What a crotch breath.
Michael
Joe
Eisner
Foggy.
bought the rights to Happy Birthday?
Some guy got shot and killed by police today 20 kilometers from me.
Wow, in Australia. Crazy. That's rare. But did you guys hear about the school shooting in Europe? This kid grabbed a gun, went to school, and shot up, killed like 10 people in Kosovo. Did you guys hear about this? It ain't just for Americans anymore. School shootings. It's not just for Americans anymore. The world is catching on, and we set the example. You know? That's why I hope the Sheeran motherfucker loses a lot of money. And I hope the same thing that happened to the people that did Bittersweet Symphony, I can't remember their name. Right? I hope that happens to Ed Sheeran. I hope I can't remember his name because he gets erased. That would be fantastic. I hate thieves, man. I fucking hate song thieves, man. This man was killed by his father. Didn't get to live out the rewards of what he had built. And this fucking cunt, this one was born 18 years later, goes and steals all of his fucking glory.
Patrick John Welder. The Verve.
Yeah, the Verve. Yeah, where the fuck is the Verve at now? How'd that work out for them? So, you know, the Verve didn't deserve it, I must say. What happened to them was an atrocity. You couldn't hear the fucking song. You couldn't hear bow ba dow, bow ba dow, bow ba dow, bow ba dow. That's the piece of music that was taken. That's it. Just that little piece. But it goes throughout the whole song. The thing is, if you remove bow ba dow, bow ba dow, bow ba dow, bow ba dow, if you remove it from Bittersweet Symphony, it sounds just like Bittersweet Symphony, and there's no difference. They didn't even need to do it. So that just goes to show you how fucking stupid people are. We're just going to steal a piece of music, we're going to fade it down really low and hope nobody catches it. And, oh, it's mixed out of the mix. We can't even hear it anymore. You should have just deleted the track. You fucking idiots. The Verve were a bunch of fucking idiots. Whoever their producer was, whoever was doing that record, what a fucking group of morons. And now I couldn't even remember the Verve's fucking, the name of their band. They've been erased. This is what happens. And like I said, they didn't deserve it. They didn't deserve it. You couldn't even pick that fucking line out of that song. You know, if something is iconic in the song, like if it's bow, ba bow, bow, ba bow, Bittersweet Symphony, you know, they're singing it like that.
LOL,
That would be justified.
Retire from music
You know?
if he loses the lawsuit minus 18 hours ago from multiple news outlets. Sounds like he's aware he's guilty. He better get a couple songs out now before it comes around. Josh G.
Good.
Win the last couple fangirls he had
Good.
before he's toast.
Good. That's
Chili
great
dog.
news, Josh.
Hey Nay, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Chili Dog. That's great news. That's great news. Let's hope he takes himself out of the business.
Sean the Orca guy.
Hey, Sean.
Good morning.
Because
Nay.
I'll tell you what, people today, producers, venues, whatever, they have no problem working with a fucking liar. They have no problem working with a thief. They'll keep hiring him, and it won't affect his career at all if he keeps going. Because that's how people are today. You know, Donald Trump was the president of the United States for 4 years, based completely on his lies that he always told. Joe Biden is a fucking liar, too. He lies all the time. He's our president now. We surround ourselves. We choose liars as our leaders. You know, so it's no mystery why someone like Sheeran is so popular. You know, it feels like Christmas all over again, doesn't it? When you're getting lied to, you're getting your Christmas gifts. It feels like Christmas all over again. All right, so it's a bittersweet symphony, I sing. Bow, ba-dow, bow, ba-dow, bow, ba-dow, bow, ba-dow. I mean, you're not going to hear that. This could be the last time. This could be the last time. Maybe the last time. I don't know. Oh, no, 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 no. Bow, ba-dow, bow, ba-dow, bow, ba-dow, bow, ba-dow. I told you once and I told you twice. Bow, ba-dow, bow, but you never seem to listen to my advice. Bow, ba-dow, bow, ba-dow. This could be the last time. The Rolling Stones wrote that way before the Verve did. There was no reason to do what they did. It was just so unnecessary. It's like cutting off your nose to spite your face. I couldn't think of a better analogy, but that's exactly what it's like. You're doing something meaningless to hurt yourself. You're doing something that had no weight, that was pointless to hurt yourself.
Was stolen, but I'm not a huge Rolling fan.
Rolling Stones fan? Well, I am a huge Rolling Stones fan. Huge. Gotta put my hands up on my hips and squawk around like a chicken. It hurts my neck to do this. I wonder if Mick Jagger has whiplash from all his turkey clucks. My brain just melted inside my skull just a little bit, man. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. It's frustrating, man. It's like I so want to see more people that can hear the similarities in those two songs. You know, and I so want to disassociate myself from anybody who can't hear the similarities in those two songs. Right? So once again, if you hear the similarity, stick around. Okay. If you can hear the similarities in those two songs, they sound similar to you, stick around. If you have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about right now, and you think I've lost my mind,
Sean, you're a guy.
Leave. Just leave.
I hear it.
You hear it? Bro, if you listen to the song right next to each other, it's painfully obvious. But the morons, yeah, leave. If you don't hear the similarities, leave. Good. We just lost an idiot, and that feels good. I don't want you anywhere near me if you can't hear the similarities in those two songs. Because it's not about being good. We lost another one on Rumble. Good. Leave. You're an idiot, and I don't want you here. Okay? I want to separate myself from these sheep that are so dumb that they can't hear something so painfully obvious. And if you can't hear the similarities in those two songs, you're not going to hear my truth. And I don't want you here. Because this is all I do all day is I spout truth and facts. Listening to those two songs right after the other, that's truth and facts. That's truth and facts. Those songs are fucking identical. Okay? It's truth and facts. And if you don't like truth and facts, you're watching the wrong guy. Leave. If you like what you just saw, and you're like, dude, I totally agree with you and that Adam Neely guy, and Rick Beato, who's got, millions of viewers too, who's also a huge fucking music producer in the industry. Well, we showed you that one yesterday. Showed you this one today. let me just one more time. I'm just going to give you his breakdown of the similarities
They
of
do
the
sound
songs.
the same. We can use music theory vocabulary to explain why. The drum grooves are identical, the bass line is the same, the chord progressions are nearly identical, the harmonic rhythm is the same, and the melodies are phrased very similarly. They both backphrase off of beat 1, they emphasize the third degree of the scale, and resolve to the first degree of the scale. They copy...
So that was so many similarities. He said them so fast that I literally want to actually count them on my hand, okay, as he says each one. So he's literally showing them while he's doing this. Here, pay attention very closely. I'm going to count it off on my finger.
The drum grooves are identical, the bass line is the same, the chord progressions are nearly identical, the harmonic rhythm is the same.
No. The chord progression's identical. He says nearly identical. No, it's identical. It's identical. Let's start over again. I got up to 4 and I had to stop.
Use music theory vocabulary to explain why. The drum grooves are identical, the bass line is the same, the chord progressions are nearly identical, the harmonic rhythm is the same, and the melodies are phrased very similarly. They both backphrase off of beat 1, they emphasize the third degree of the scale, and resolve to the first degree of the scale. The copyright...
That was more than I thought. That was 8 similarities between the two songs, explained through music theory, which I took a music theory class in college. I didn't pay attention, but he obviously did. And I'm glad he did, because he's able to get technical with it. For those of you who don't understand how music works and everything, you can just break it down technically, okay? And now you've seen the similarities between the two songs. So, once again, now that I've told you, now that this guy's told you, and Nick Beto, or Rick Beto has told you, all three of us being music producers, I'm sure this guy's probably a music producer too. I don't know who this guy is. But now that at least 2 of us are music producers, and this guy that's got a fucking kick-ass following, 1.69 million on his YouTube channel, have told you this. We've actually demonstrated the theory behind the claims, right? And I've told you that they're, basically the same fucking song. And once again, I'm gonna appeal to my audience, and I'm gonna say this: look. If you don't hear the similarities, if you can't see the similarities, if you can't understand the similarities in these 2 pieces of music, leave my show now. Leave my show now. Don't come back. You're a fucking fool. I don't want you here. Okay? You're too dumb for me to try to be convincing of anything. So what I really want to see is these numbers drop as much as possible. I want every single one of you fucking idiots to fucking leave and never come back to this fucking show. Okay? If you hear the similarities, then I want to be your friend. And you're somebody that I can now understand that's intelligent. And you're at the level of intelligence, at least where I am. And we have to start from a point to where we are, able to communicate with each other. And if I was unable to communicate the facts that this guy just demonstrated to you, painfully demonstrated to you, well, then you can just go fuck off. Because you're not teachable, okay? You don't even have to understand music to just look at the fucking science. So, please, leave. Don't support this channel. Don't ever fucking come back, okay? That's how I feel about you. If you're that dumb, I'm not going to hold your hand and try to fucking make you better, all right? You need to be better. You need to go fucking learn some shit. You need to go fucking study some shit. Go listen to some other people. And not be watching this show. This is an advanced intellect class, and you don't fucking belong here. So get the fuck out. Alright? Now I should be surrounded by smart people now. And that feels good. So those of you that were able to stay here and hang with me, good. Welcome to the show, man. I'm so glad you guys are here. We'll start all over again with a brand new audience. We'll get rid of all the fucking morons. Right? And I'll feel good about talking to people that I feel like are actually comprehending what I'm saying. You're listening and you're actually processing it, and you're not just sitting there with your fucking thumbs up your asses.
Patrick John Welder. In here to stay forever.
Thank you. Thank you, Patrick. I appreciate that. You guys like the way I gave you the thumbs up? Ever said thumbs up your ass? Did you notice that? Some people don't catch my humor, but I have to actually say it. And I shouldn't have to say it. You guys should have just been like, right? I hope you caught that. humor is dark, my humor is quick. And if you're not following along, then you might be sick. Ooh, a poem. A poem in the morning. Are we ready? What's up, Cat? What is this? A grape. That's a grape. There's a grape on the bottom of my torch. Good grapes. I love that shelf up there. That is cool, right? Just got my butane, put the butane back. No more looking for my butane. Can't find my butane, man. Does anybody else in my chats anywhere have anything else that you guys want to add about what you just saw? Cheers, airplane glue. It gets all bubbly in the bowl. Pretty.
Glue. It gets all bubbly in the bowl. Pretty.
They call it airplane glue, huh? Does it smell like airplane glue? Like, is it super fuely? Is it like really fuely, like sour D? Headband.
Patrick John Welder. If record companies own the rights to songs, can they sell them to artists to use in their songs?
Yes, that's what they do. Copyright is a huge business, bro. Man, they make CDs and DVDs full of music that's usable. And people go out and buy it and they use that music all they want. It's, free use music. They sell that. They sell that stuff, so you have access to it. Okay, 2430. 2430.
Billy Valentine. I think it's just a sample. The Tube said testers.
Why are you licking my arm? I don't like that. What are you doing? What are you doing? You want me to pet you? Is that what you want? Oh. I think you wanted me to pet him. Right now, there's like 10 people that are walking around somewhere else, and they're all going, I swear I can't hear anything similar in those two songs. Why is he so mad at me? No law regarding cannabis. Cheers, everybody. Big dab. Big dab. That was a huge dab. I should be coughing massively right now. But it's like the calmness of that amount of THC almost stops me from coughing. Almost. Taking those deep breaths helps. The cough response too. And I'm sweating now. Bobby really tried. How does he do that shit? I'm gonna learn how to sing that song. But you gotta get past that first line.
Do these songs sound the same to you?
When my head's over,
I've been really trying. I've been really trying. He does it 3 times. Little. I've been really trying. God, man. Trying, babe. I've been really trying, babe. I've been really trying, babe.
Well, if they sound the same,
Dude, so perfect. Baby. Damn, there's a lot going on in that first line. And, you know, in that particular song, it is his vocal that makes the song. His version of the same song is way better than the other guy's vocal. You know, it's just, if you're going to copy something, you know, you try to make it better, and if you can't, you probably shouldn't do it. You know? And try to pass it off as your own. You know, I'm in a cover band. I've been in cover bands my whole life. So, you know, copying songs is my life. You know, trying to sound like these people is my life. Getting paid in a bar, you know, for doing a night's performance is great. But I've never, ever, ever played somebody else's song and tried to pass it off as my own work. You know? My friend that died, Donnie, he wrote a song, and I co-wrote it with him, and his band played the song, and my band played the song. And we were both cool because we both wrote the song. You know? Nobody's trying to make money off of it either. Couldn't even give fucking CDs away back in the day, bro. So, Pepe kept support. You've all been told Pepe Coin is doing massive things. I personally didn't buy any. I don't know if I will or won't, because it's a possibility that everybody could just walk out of it. You know, there's one person holds 85% of it or something. So they could literally just sell the whole thing. And when that person decides to do that, the value of that's just going to completely drop. So it crashed, but it only crashed down to support. That's important when you're looking at a crypto. You know, I figured it was going to go all the way down. It didn't. It held support, previous lines of support. So we understand these Bollinger Bands now, and you can just see it had dropped. You know, it was at this one point, it kept stalled and went up, right? Went back down to that spot. And then, you know, it may have done that once or twice more. And then it went way up. And then when it dropped, it went back to that spot.
Josh G.
And then it went back up again.
Probably a Doge 2.0, get in and out quick.
Maybe. Maybe. But you guys are going to have to, you know, make your own decisions if you're going to get into it or not. If I get some, I'll tell you. It's at negative 16.3. It was at negative 28 when I wrote that title. Less than an hour. It was more than an hour ago. An hour and 5 minutes ago. 6 minutes. I can't believe we've been live that long. Holy moly. Dude, I feel like I haven't even done anything yet. Like, I feel like I smoked twice. Maybe once. And I feel like we only talked about one thing. And we didn't even talk about Pepe until right now, really. Anyway. Let me get off of that shit. What it goes to, guys, is facts. Okay? Let me just explain it really fast. You're like, Nay, why would you tell your audience to leave?
The freaking oracle. Got my Pepe last week, haha.
Oh, good job, bro. Why would you tell your audience to leave based on a song and how they felt about a song and whether it sounded like another song? And I'm going to tell you why right now. First reason is, number one, you didn't trust me when I told you. Okay? So you could have just taken my word for it, proved to me that you thought I was a solid person, that you have faith in me, and that if I tell you something, you're going to believe it. So that's the first thing. I want my audience to believe me. I don't come here to lie to you. So that was the very first thing. I'm offended. You know, that's an affront to my goddamn honesty. And I find it quite offensive. And that's just the first reason. The second reason is this. This show is about facts and provable data. And we always, someone comes in here and says, hey, Nay, you got this wrong. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. I need to fucking learn this shit. Because I want to be right about everything. I want to know all the facts. Right? Well, this case is based on facts. It's based on the similarity between two songs. And those similarities can be proven with music theory. You guys might not realize...
TJM.
Hey, TJM.
Good morning,
You
Nate.
guys might not realize that music theory is a thing. I took a music theory class when I went to college. I want you guys to understand what music theory is. Music theory is the study of the science behind music. Okay? Now, it's not just, how notes are and chord progressions and different modes, and different versions of songs and transposing and all these different things. It's also about the physics behind the instruments themselves. There's a lot involved in music theory, and you get when I took a music theory class, we got all kinds of information. We learned about pipes and shit, like a pipe organ. It's really cool. I mean, you'd never know this, but a freaking pipe organ, way those pipes are, and you look at the way the music goes and shit, and if you hold a pipe and you put your finger right in the middle of it, you hit the harmonic of it, and then if you bisect that, you get the next harmonic. That's the way that works, and you can literally change the tone of the pipe by putting pressure in different places and things like that. It's really cool. We learn about all kinds of stuff. And you learn about the physics of a song. Basically, the notes, right? The position of those notes, the tempo, the hardness or softness that the notes are played. Now listen, there's this thing called MIDI. It's the electronic interpretation of music, and a lot of these things in theory are translated digitally so that a computer can try to replicate a human being. And they've gotten very close to what a computer can play with just you programming it to do this stuff. You can do volume and intonation and how hard something goes and how soft something goes and how fast or slow it down, or the overall ambience and all kinds of things. And theory is, basically just the music that makes up what you're playing, right? That's what music theory is. It's the composition, the notes, how those notes are used to make the music. Okay, it's kind of like when you study English, the English language, and you've got to learn the letters. You've got to learn words. You've got to learn sentences and paragraphs, and how all of those things are a part of the English language. Well, all of these things are a part of music theory, right? So you go in and you understand that a song can be broken down scientifically. And I tell you this. There's this thing, and it's called music theory. Now you understand what it is, right? And this guy, in a video that I show you, says, well, through music theory, sorry, I'm yelling, here's 8 examples of the thievery of this song. Here's 8 examples based in music theory. Now, you know that music theory is a thing because I just explained to you what it was. So now you know when he said music theory and he showed you a page of music and he was pointing to the notes that he literally had a very good understanding, a better understanding of music theory than I have. Absolutely. Like I said, he paid more attention to music theory than I did. And he showed you the science behind it. I showed you the science behind it. And even after I said, do you see the similarities now? And if you didn't see that at that point, then it's not about the song, it's not about the music, it's not about if you're a musician, it's not about your level of intelligence or any of that. It's about the fact that you are unable to learn something. You're unable to look at facts. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm just going to grab some grapes. It's about whether or not you're willing to look at science, you're willing to look at data, you're willing to look at facts. That's all it is. And I need for my audience to be that smart. You know, because we're going to be talking about a lot of things.
2020s Spirit Alive and all that. Sorry to break it to them.
Nikki goes on Willie Bragg's show, but she won't come on mine. Oh, Nikki.
We're back to
I agree.
2014, 2012. We're back to that. I mean,
whatever, Nikichka. Nikichka.
Yes, we are.
But worse. But worse.
Yeah. And Bernie? Bernie had any integrity, I would respect him more if he chose one of those two, if he had to choose and work within the two-party system. But no, I'm going to support my good friend, Joe. I'm probably not going to vote in 2024.
Good. No vote.
Yeah.
24. I love it. I love it.
Hey, Nace, how are you?
Tom Bradford.
Yeah.
I followed him on Twitter.
No vote 24. I love it.
So, as I said, and I'm so tired of Bernie, wanting to hang out with his good friend Joe, and I said this morning. I said, Joe Biden is not my good friend. He's
nobody's friend. He's not a friend of the people.
He was a segregationist back in the day, Granted, he was no less dramatic. He wasn't less dramatic, and he wasn't.
Here's a link to his live stream, guys.
To that level, but when you say
you want to go join
you don't want your kids going to a quote unquote concrete jungle, that's pretty damn racist, And the crime bill, and when Bill Clinton, when the Democratic Leadership Council and the Bill Clinton, all of them were starting their grift. Reaganizing the Democratic Party, Joe Biden was right there behind him, humming along the way. He's been perpetually part of the problem. He voted for the Iraq War. Every wrong decision. Voted to repeal Glass-Steagall. Every wrong decision you can imagine. Joe Biden's consistently been there. I don't need anybody to guilt trip me into trying to vote for Biden in 2020. I almost did out of a guilt trip.
Drilling.
I'm like, why the hell should I?
Drilling like an addict.
He's a conservative Democrat.
Trump's bad though. You gotta do it. We gotta save democracy.
A women's rights.
Yeah,
what's he done for women's rights?
He was running against the orange Cheeto, the grown up, oversized orange Cheeto. I understand that. But
Nikki is quite the looker.
I mean, I figured Trump was possibly going to lose anyway too, and he did. And so
easy boy.
Well, he was
you know.
calling that he got cheated before the election even happened, so it seemed like, why is this happening? He was a little bit dramatic.
I've more than doubled their
very
viewers. They've
dramatic,
got
and it's just
7
come
people
on.
watching over there,
But also, like, God,
and we've got
Biden.
17 over here.
This
Yeah.
sucks.
Let's
Everything
make
so
it
sucks.
Let's make a disclaimer so this video doesn't get taken down. We're not engaging in conspiracy theories about elections.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine, but
That's not going to save your channel from an algorithm and a shitty review.
Sometimes the
Totally
I got
words,
one of those.
Josh,
No
to
disclaimer is
the
going to
world.
save your
will
channel from a shitty
interpret it
reviewer
the wrong
at
way,
YouTube.
and those algorithms are unforgiving. So
Exactly.
I got it.
Exactly.
I got
Yeah.
it before too.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's not right.
I didn't think.
Move
No,
the
you're
rumble.
fine, you're
Move the
fine.
kick.
So, I don't talk about the 2020 or 2016, 2020 primaries as detailed as I used to for that reason, because I told you, like, actually when I got taken down last year, it was around the time I was supposed to interview you. Don't you
Yeah,
remember that?
maybe it's bad because every time that you're gonna interview me, you get taken down.
No,
the curse of my interview.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Billy
Last
Valentine.
year, I was
Yeah, disclaimers are not
criticizing
enchanted spells.
Liz
Nope,
Cheney
they're not.
Robot don't care.
And
And
I commented
the human
on
doesn't care
2000
either.
Election and
Freaking
you
human
thought I
reviewers
was
don't
talking
care
about
either. They don't review.
2020 election,
They just
and
click through,
my
man.
video was taken down, and they said,
Yeah, whatever. Fuck you.
"You were engaging in conspiracy theory about the election." I'm like, "Oh shit."
God.
So, yeah, I just kind of like, well, that's how it is. But I think I probably trust the electoral system over there probably more than here. I mean, in that regard, probably shouldn't even say that, but you know what I mean. Well, I mean, the idea of multiple
Nikki's still
parties
in
is what I'm
Russia.
referring to, and
Yeah,
and-
having something else.
I mean, to me, it just makes sense that we have to work toward dismantling the two-party system here.
She's
in the
got
United
herself
States.
a
It's
Russian
not
man.
working. But you talk to Americans, and they will tell you themselves they don't like it. Well, why don't you vote independent? Oh, I can't do that.
Why not?
The other side could make win. I mean,
Because I've been brainwashed into thinking that
I wonder if
can
she's
actually
planning on
change
becoming a Russian
something with
citizen.
my votes.
Yeah.
The only thing you're gonna change is if you don't vote for them. Then they're gonna see like, hey, we're losing votes. Like, maybe we should actually do something for the people. Nobody voted for us. What's going on? I don't know. I don't have the answer, but I just feel like if people keep doing the same thing that hasn't worked for so long, gonna
No.
try something else.
yeah, the way I see it is that I will remain a registered voter. I just, if I, even if I never vote again, I still need to remain a registered voter just to send a message. And there's a symbolic message behind that. Or if I do vote for a referendum or something of that nature. Or go and vote, be like the Republican that's fed up with Republicans and they rely on the Libertarians. I can rely on the Greens.
Says he's been live for
So,
42 minutes.
There's that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
How do you feel?
huh?
How about Howie Hawkins?
God, I feel
found
like
out
I missed the
certain
whole
things
interview.
about Howie Hawkins. We never met. He knows who I am. I know who he is, but we never met. But we knew of each other when I was in the SPUSA because
Dude,
he's
do I
in
not
the
have
Socialist
notifications
Party USA
on?
still to this day.
No, I didn't have all
Um,
notifications on.
I found out that he's a little bit hawkish on the
Ukraine?
Ukraine-Russia situation.
Yeah, I've been to his live stream. And I was just like, what the hell? I don't understand why you're supporting Ukraine.
When I was in the SPUSA, the one thing that they would cancel culture you over, and it'd be the one area where I would agree with cancel culture for damn sure, is
Deal.
any support for war. I mean, if you were in any way sympathetic toward humanitarian intervention or whatever, that still ends up being a way to bomb another country, they would the members and the leadership they would just rain on your ass about that. It would be like, they would just not let you live it down. And frankly, that's the one area where I think that I would be okay with giving somebody a lot of shit on.
I agree.
Yeah, because and I wasn't even that strong of a pacifist years ago. I was always a pacifist, but I've just gotten to be more. The more I realize what the military-industrial complex, how cancerous it is, and what grip it has on our politicians, and even the culture wars that perpetuate our foreign policy. It just like, you got to go and put a stop to this somehow. And so whether we're talking about evangelical Christians on the right or purple hair woke skulls on the college campuses, I mean they perpetuate a toxic side of a culture war, and it somehow streams into foreign policy.
What about those TikTok kids?
Oh my God, those TikTok kids! I hate them. These bought ops from the Dem.
Just wanted to call attention to themselves.
Bought ops.
The clips, though, the clips were good. That guy's like, "Don't clip this," and it's just like I keep seeing the clips everywhere. After I watched that yesterday,
they deny that they're bought.
Right? I don't know.
It's all been traced to the Democratic National,
I know, like around that age
Convention.
I never hear them talking about.
They run the company.
They're more talking about
that's
like
paying those
special
kids
social
on TikTok
issues, but not saying that they're for Democrats. But maybe it's just my surroundings.
Yeah. Well, I still think that I would have thought that the two-party system and all of that would just go away eventually. I used to think that back in the 1990s that there would be a time that
right. I thought that too,
and somehow still stays
right. I thought we were going to get more parties,
like Brianna Joy Gray says,
Green Party and Libertarian Party and all these parties. I thought they were going to just keep growing.
I don't know if I still have any hope at all because what she sees with the Democratic Party and Republican Party.
And then there was the independents.
Nobody willing to go and do anything independently.
I wonder how big the independents
to see
are
what
now.
Can happen. And
how big is the independent voting bloc?
And all of that. But anyway,
I think it's the largest.
Let's see here. What else is going on? The food. Tell me what the cuisine is like in Russia.
Oh, they're talking about Russia.
I didn't. I don't keep saying I didn't eat that much variety of stuff. There's a lot. There seems to be a lot of bakeries and a lot of cabbages and cucumbers and tomatoes and stuff like that. And in Moscow, I try a lot of shawarma because there's a lot of those around. And
Billy Valentine.
Also, I tried
Russian
Burger
food
King
sucks.
once, which I felt like it's weird. You gotta pay for ketchup and every sauce. It's weird to me. I don't know. I feel like I really like spicy food, and I like a lot of Asian foods. I feel like there is dumplings, which kind of reminds me of Asian foods, but I like more spicy type stuff. So I'm a little bit sad because I'm more interested in those cuisines. But I'll be fair, since I've been here, the family that's here, the mom's cooking me very good food, but I don't know if it's specifically Russian food or just food that she's making. So I can't say for sure, but I feel lucky to stay here now because I've been treated very well.
Yeah, there are some disputed borders between Russia and China, where they have to negotiate what territory goes on which side. I saw a video once where there was a town or a community, and they were Russian, but the territory was ceded to China. So, but the architecture, the culture, the Orthodox Church, the whole 9 yards, everything you can imagine was all in Russia. But and the people are obviously Caucasian and all that, but they're part of China, they speak Chinese, but everything is culturally Russian. And
that's interesting.
Billy Valentine.
Yeah, that was very interesting.
It's all cabbage and with
interesting.
soup.
It goes back to the early '60s.
How do Russians feel about Americans?
Not really getting along too well back then. Where I think that we were more worried back then of Russia and China nuking each other than them nuking us during the Cold War, which we were worried about that, but I think we were more worried about them, nuking each other, because tensions were not good back then between those two countries, which that eventually, got repaired over the years. But let's see what else I was going to say. Is there any musical acts in Russia that you like? Have you discovered any music that you like over there?
Huh.
Not yet. I feel like that's my answer to everything.
That's funny.
Everything that you've asked me.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
yet.
Okay. Well, let me suggest for you to listen to Moltodoma. That's what I will say. I think that's how you pronounce them. They have a Belarusian lead singer, and the group is Russian. Let me suggest that to them. That I do listen to them. They're great.
Okay. Well, I've more been like, so since I need to learn to speak or whatever, I've been more like watching movies with subtitles and stuff like that, and they're like cheesy movies.
Josh
But I've been
G.
watching like there's a channel
LOL,
on YouTube
she's
that
in
I
Russia,
was
but
watching
not
a lot
living in
of since I
Russia.
got here, so I wasn't really listening to that much music. And I'm the type of person that mostly
Billy
listens to the
Valentine.
music in the car, and since I have
My Russian father-in-law just
really
went
something
back.
that I've been doing.
He
I
says
see Nays
we're
Gardens asked how
oppressive.
Russians feel about
His
America. I think
words.
most Russians are pretty positive about American people still, or the place, but maybe not about the government. From what I've seen.
Yeah.
But I don't think I don't feel like most people would take out the government's actions on the people, as in the way you might see a lot of people do in the U.S. or which I've noticed.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to think here. As far as now I just think that a lot of people, one reason I'm glad I'm interviewing you today is that you're giving a good, honest American answer about your life over there, and it's not this dark dystopian society that a lot of
Christina
Americans
Ortiz.
tend to
Come
view.
on, Nate.
And
Remember
I
when we
even
met at the
confess,
park?
as an American, sometimes
I
even
reamed
though
you
I don't
out.
suffer from Russia derangement syndrome, have never suffered from it. Sometimes you kind of look through the other country with a kind of a gray lens, sort of. It
Pedro
seems that
Wilhelm.
that's not necessarily
Is
always
Nikki
the
the
case.
most
Would
rapid
that be
model?
correct?
Billy
I
Valentine.
believe you're 100% correct. But before I came here, my mom told me, because I said I want to come here and visit my friend in Siberia. She's like, "Why do you want to go to hell?" And I was just like, "Okay." And then I told my dad, and then my dad told my aunt, and she's like, "Don't go to Russia, Vladimir Putin, all of this stuff." And it's just like, I just got tired of telling people that I was coming, because I just kept getting shit from like everyone that I was telling. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just not going to tell anyone. And then my dad's like, you need to call your grandpa. And I was like, I don't want to do it. I just don't feel like dealing with this. Like, and he didn't want me to come. And right before I was leaving, they did another like warning: Americans need to get out of Russia or whatever. And I was like, fuck, another one. And then my dad's like, I don't want you going. You're not gonna go. And I was like, I'm going. This is the only time I'm ready to go already. Like, sorry, I'm old already. Can I just go?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm glad you're there, because I'm glad you're able to see for yourself and kind of I figure you're safe there, but I just you want to go and see for yourself what things are like and everything like that, and what about now, like as far as crime?
Josh G.
We got crime everywhere. You can't
I
escape
don't know
crime.
her. Did she go for a purpose?
As far as safety is concerned, how
She went because she wanted
in the
to.
United States?
She wanted to go to Russia, so she
what
went.
I've seen
She's Russian.
Everything seems pretty safe.
She wanted to go to Russia.
I think
She's been wanting to go for a long time.
More dangerous thing, it might be like some wild animals or something, or like the stray dogs.
She's been very happy. Her and I have been talking,
friendly.
and she's been very happy.
And I like animals. I mentioned earlier. I think you're more at risk from some wildlife than like other humans, but of course you could meet the wild like human somewhere, or maybe stay away from people drinking too much, because anywhere it could be a problem. Some people get angry
Josh
when they're
G.
drinking, but I haven't encountered
Plenty
any
good reason, just wanted to catch up.
negative like that since I've been here.
Yeah, I have a friend that visits Norway every couple of years, and in his visit to Norway, his family lives near the Swedish border. And
Dude, I'm asking all these questions, and they're just ignoring me.
Up in Norway,
yeah, it's so funny because I brought
that they have to go to Sweden to shop.
22 people with me, so there's 23 of us watching.
This is the funny part. Texas.
There's 23 people watching.
Tax place to go
24 people
to the border in Sweden, and it's just kind of when you think about that concept, because we Americans, we look at Sweden and we're like, oh yeah, taxes are high. That's how they pay for.
Oh, no, 20. My bad.
Those public services.
I do numbers backwards.
Goodies that we could never.
I thought it went from 3 to 4, it went from 5 to 4.
In the United States, and I would say that Russia probably has some of those things that they.
I said, how do Russians feel about American about America?
So,
and I said, do people smoke cannabis in Russia? These are good questions.
And everything, and
he's just ignoring the chat.
When you say there's poverty, how's poverty when you compare poverty in the United States to Russia? You get it everywhere.
It's so funny if I called him on the phone right now and I'd be like, dude, why are you ignoring the chat?
What do you think? Who do you think has
Billy
suffered the
Valentine.
worst between the U.S.
That hair is
and
going to look so
Russians when it
strange
comes
with
to poverty
EY
for
roots.
individuals?
All right.
I have a feeling he's going to continue coloring it.
The amount of money people make here is obviously going to be less than Americans make, but you can see I don't think I've seen
gone
any
down a
homeless
rabbit
people
hole he
since
won't
I've
be able
been
to climb
here,
out of,
and
Billy.
Obviously homeless.
You guys, no law regarding
people
cannabis. Cheers,
since I've
Billy,
been here
Josh,
or in Moscow.
Pedro,
maybe it could be the
Christina
area
that we
I'm
met in
at,
the park.
but I didn't see any, but I
and the
saw
4 people
tons
watching
of
on Rumble, and the 1
homeless
person
people
watching
in
on
the
Kick,
US.
and
You know,
everybody watching
I
everywhere
was
else.
in San Diego
Cheers.
a bunch there, and
Because there might be
Los
people on
Angeles
Odyssey,
a
I
lot
don't know.
there. I saw in Vegas. And I drove across the country. I saw homeless people all around the country, and even in North Carolina before I left. And it's very obvious, but it's also, a culture of like people not really taking care of their loved ones, or like if they're down, they might not have anyone to go live with, so they might end up in the
Billy
street.
Valentine.
But I feel like if someone has a problem
Yeah,
here,
but
people are
he'll
more
still
likely
have
to take
silver
care
root
of
days.
their friends
No
and family.
dodging that
Just
one.
in general, I feel like people are warmer to others and their needs, but that's also a thing I noticed when I lived in Asia too, or in Thailand specifically. But I also know that homeless people, or at least homeless men, can go stay in the temple in Thailand if they don't have anywhere to live, like the Buddhist temple.
Right. I figured that the poverty, overall poverty, would be not as problematic over there in that regard. And I think it might be a hangover from the days of, and Yankee Tanky and I had this chat when he was on my show. I told him, whatever ideological problems I've had with the Soviet Union, from years past, the one thing I have never ever condemned or viewed negatively when I said that they had health care for everybody, a job for everybody, housing for everybody that was guaranteed. Those
vacations for everyone too.
Vacations, thank you, for everybody. Those are good things, and I would never, ever condemn those good things that they have done. They could have been a little bit better on civil liberties, granted, but those are good things that can never can be taken away. And I don't care what right winger gets offended when I tell them that these right wingers they can fuck off, because they'll tell me how great Chile was under Pinochet, that caused a lot of misery in Chile in the 1970s, and most Chileans I talk to do not like Americans for what happened in Chile in the 1970s and 80s. So, but so as I said, whatever was problematic about the Soviet Union, I'm more social democratic, obviously. So that's where I stand. But those tenets that existed in the Soviet Union and elsewhere where they had that system, those things that were guaranteed, healthcare, education, jobs, vacation time, those things, good things, positive development. That's something that we should also encourage. Huh?
That's true. I was just saying that's why everything was growing. It's not like, okay, people thrive when their needs are met, and they're appreciated for what they're doing. They're offered opportunity to spend their time doing something. And I'm so sorry that I always interrupt. I don't. No,
you're fine. Yeah, you're fine. No, their military industrial complex. Collapse the country in the way that our military industrial complex will collapse ours here. And that's what it comes down to. And the sooner each country realizes that runaway military budgets is what kills progress in their country, the better that their society will become. Yeah.
Agreed.
And I just wish that people will realize that one of these days. You don't need anything but maybe maybe a little National Guard Defense Force, just in case, and maybe something like a Coastal Guard or whatever. That's all you need. That's all you would need, just in case something happens. But nothing that's going to sit there is going to wreck your economy. All that money could be put into healthcare and public transit and housing. And and if you want to be fiscally conservative and pay off the national debt, I'd rather go do that than to drone strike innocent people in another country. So, yeah,
makes sense.
Yeah, so there is that and everything. Is there anything else you might want to add to this conversation here?
I don't really have anything else, but I did want to thank you for having me come on, and sorry that we just finally got the chance because of everything the way it worked out. And I also want to come back later to answer your questions better.
Oh, all you have to do is say, Willie, let's do another chat here, and I will make it happen. So
I want to come with you and Jimmy.
Oh, you mean like do a show together or something?
Maybe, but in a while. I know that we're doing this right.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Or just you too. You too. By the way, both of you. I just missed Jimmy, and I didn't see her show for a while. Yeah,
KRTD Media will probably be back next. If it's not going to be back. Well, I guess it should be back by. She should be next Monday. She should be back on the air if everything goes right. So, and I should be back the following Saturday. So, there is that. I'm so glad they were understanding about my situation, because I did not know that what I was going to do was going to cause that situation to happen. Yeah. Oh well,
really,
just to do a stream and to get shut down in the middle of it. I'm like, oh crap.
She said, I want to come with you and Jimmy. And he said, do it together.
Warren and Jimmy were talking about it on the secret show that night. And they mentioned our friend over here, Choosey Heretics, Choose Carnation Revolution.
I've got a friend.
He's been wanting somebody to talk about the Carnation Revolution.
And
somebody's talking
Tracy.
about it, and it got shut down in midstream. But I told him the other day that
bartender, and
we will be
do that
revisiting the Carnation Revolution on my screen. But there will be no copyright infringement.
She said, "I want to come."
That's going to take place. I'm going to make damn sure there's not going to be a copyright strike. So it's going to get revisited as a stream, because that's something I'm passionate about.
Good catch, Billy. LMFAO.
So
I'm gonna answer Nays Garden's question.
Oh, thank you.
Sure.
Nays Garden, I don't know if you're still here. Yeah, I think people do, but it's not like in California, because I didn't smell it the whole time I've been here.
Oh gosh, yes, Nate's Garden's going to be a guest tomorrow on my show, by the way.
Interesting.
At 11 a.m. Yeah, he and I we've been talking a few times. Last week when I was still on strike, I'm having trouble with Discord, so we were having I'm trying to. Maybe it's me, but I'm not used to Discord. But
we can use
I think we were having some issues with it. But we're gonna have a proper stream where we'll be able to do a good chat and everything. And he's interesting to talk to and all that. So, Nays, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. To let you know. So so there's that. We have some people on the chat line. We can just go ahead and chat with them for a minute, and then I guess I'll let you be on your way. So, okay. Punisher, we see Punisher here, and we say hello to who's this person, Nikki? This person.
Because it's in Russian.
Wilhelm.
It's Max.
Watching these two so makes me appreciate Rogan.
Hi, Max. How are you today? I'm sorry, I can't read the Russian names. Sorry about that. SSJ for SSJ.
Bro, she's in Russia, right? She's an American in Russia.
And we have Tom Bradford, who lives in Switzerland. So is Exxon Global Grand.
Let me ask you,
they have
would you want to be an American living inside Russia right now?
Where I am. He and I talked about doing a show.
So what does that say about her?
Eventually. So, Tom, if you're still interested, I'd like to have you on the show.
Pretty brave,
so,
right?
We need to talk.
I find that interesting.
So, let's see.
I find that
Global
interesting.
Brand, I mean.
Personally, I think she's crazy.
Let's see. What's
but
that?
I love her. So
LP for Rusk. What's up, comrades? What is up? Hot retarded chicks. Hey, how are you doing today?
Why would you read that name out?
Yeah, she's always good. I always enjoy seeing her streams,
Wonder
her chats.
Her.
Whoever
you think hot retarded chicks is a woman?
Says good morning. Let's see.
Oh my god.
You want a boring interview?
Terrible.
Me. You're not boring, Tom. Not at all. Yeah, I saw that earlier. I'm old enough to remember ESO in America. Yeah, as I said, in Puerto Rico, it's still called ESO. So, if you translate Swiss francs per liter to US dollar per gallon, it would be around $8 a gallon. So, yeah, Americans have nothing to complain about. Nays Garden says hello. And the way I'm trying, my mouse doesn't work anymore, so I'm having to do this by hand.
Oh, you want me to do it? Anonymous says hi, Willie.
Oh, okay. Hi, Anonymous. Okay. Let's see. We have here.
There's a lot of messages.
Okay. If you want to, I would do that. I try to make
she
sure
can go through this. She can go through them.
And all that. So I'm looking.
It's everyone.
Yeah, we have a few more people.
That's
here.
cool.
So actually,
Anonymous wants to hear you talk about American healthcare system versus European single.
Oh! I thought you had the ability to go through them on screen.
Oh yeah. I tell people, don't do it. If you live in another country that has universal healthcare, even if there's some bugs in the system, your light rain would turn into a category 100 hurricane. It would turn your little splash in the beach would turn into a tsunami.
Your little splash in the beach.
Don't do it.
He just said your little splash in the beach.
I tell you, don't do it.
Your little splash in the
Anonymous
beach.
says they found you in Kyle Kalinske comments.
He's hiding.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I remember. Yeah. I saw that. I saw Anonymous the other day. Yes. So
I found Willie Bragg on Twitter.
Kyle occasionally.
I found Willie Bragg on Twitter.
He still has decent commentary. The one he did on
a week late.
Ron DeSantis was decent. The one he did on Ron DeSantis being a war criminal. Hands down, that was a good one.
Probably scared Russia.
Kyle Kalinske did a Ron DeSantis as a war criminal video.
Ron DeSantis did his little song and dance.
We might have to watch that.
And he did his little Donald Trump impression of taking the credit of engaging in torture and all that. So he made my uptight dad laugh in 2016 when he called Ted Cruz the P word regarding torture, because I don't like Ted Cruz, but he's opposed to torture. He said he was opposed to torture. Okay, stop clock.
Billy Valentine.
So he's the stop clock.
Did he say gaping torture?
Somebody said that Ted Cruz was a P word. He said, "Oh, don't ever say that again. Don't ever say that again. I won't ever hear you say that again." And the people
12:20.
Like, what did she say?
12:20.
Well,
We're gonna dab at 12:20.
She said it.
12:20.
He said it.
We're gonna dab at
Ted Cruz
12:20.
was
12:20. It's very
it
important.
was like he went around that
12:20.
way to insult Ted Cruz. It was just like, just like, damn, that's funny as hell. And my dad was busted out laughing. He was just like, wow. He was just amazed by that. So
it takes time sometimes.
Huh?
I was just saying it takes time sometimes. It takes time sometimes to correct someone.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So anyway,
we gotta watch that Kyle Galinsky video.
Just come on back to the show and let us know. There will be more questions. I promise you.
Oh no. Okay.
No law regarding cannabis, everybody. Cheers, Billy, Sean, Hoot and Howl, Pedro, everyone on the Rumble, everyone on the
Nikki,
Kick,
when I signed off,
everyone watching over there on Willie Bragg TV.
So,
we're going to be live tomorrow with Willie. Cheers.
And then I'll let you go too. So hold on a second.
Okay, cool.
All right, let me do this real quick here.
Hoot and howl. Cheers.
He ended the show. He ended the show. I bet you AI is going to cure cancer, bro. Would you take a vaccine that AI designed? Let me just tell you guys this. When I was depressed, I asked AI for help, and it fucking helped me. So, would you trust AI to design a vaccine for you? What if AI could design personal vaccines for every human being by just looking at your medical records and saying, this is exactly what you need. Bloop, here's your own personal vaccine. Would that be crazy? Oh, man. Woo. Oh. Wow, 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 wow. I've been feeling right, baby. I've been really trying, baby.
Sean the Orca guy. Not sure if what AI making life-altering decisions for me, lol.
Once again, Sean, I'm going to tell you this.
Edwin Sparks. Did you get in on Pepe?
No, I haven't bought any, and it's at negative 7% right now over its 24-hour. You can still buy some if you wanted to. But it's so volatile, it's been going pew, 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 pew. It's very scary. It's like a roller coaster ride, man. I don't know my little heart could take that. The pitter-patter of my little heartbeat. Wow, 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 wow. I've been really trying, baby.
Edwin Sparks. LOL. Pedro Wilhelm. It takes time sometimes.
I've been really trying, baby.
Treasure Coast Waters. Really nice.
Notes are so close together, and my fingers are so fat. It's hard to fit my fingers in there. If I turn them sideways, it helps a little bit. last chord, man. After all that work. And I'll tell you why. It's because my cat is distracting me and my hands are tired. Come on, if you want to come in, man. Why don't you make up your mind? Sorry, guys. I'm trying to learn this. Right on, Jerry. Take care. campaign supernova, as well as a champagne supernova in the sky. So many different ways I played that. We were once in the garage, Graybeard, my old band in California, long time ago. We were playing that song, and I had my Gibson Les Paul, black with white binding around it, gold hardware, freaking pearl inlays, badass left-handed Les Paul, playing that, and we had only had several practices together, and we played that song, and we got to the solo, and I just played every fucking note perfectly. Everything I tried to do, I did perfectly. And it was like, they all heard it, you know, there was only 3 of us. And we all just looked at each other. It was just like, sounded like a fucking album, dude. I was nailing it, bro. It was that Les Paul. You know, it was just so easy to play. I was just shredding through fucking scales and shit. Which is all they're really doing.
Treasure Coast Waters.
Whatever, you know, they're just rocking super hard right there.
Treasure
super
Coast
fucking
Waters.
fast, burning through shit.
PSSH.
So I was just doing the best I could do. It was like perfect.
Restream.io.
It's the only time I've ever done it perfectly.
Congratulations.
One time in band practice.
You've received 100
I've always tried to
messages
achieve
today
that again.
with
It's never,
Restream chat.
it's never happened again. Magic moment in Fred's garage. Everything just fucking sounded perfect.
Treasure Coast Waters. Slave. What key that song's in? Loving free, a little bit better than it used to be.
I'm such a hack on a guitar. Sometimes I just feel like I'm making a lot of noise. It's like a baby with a rattle. That's all I am. I'm just a baby with a rattle. That perfectly describes my freaking guitar player. I hate when this happens. Okay. Falling rain outside my window, but I live on. I know it's getting better every day. Soon the sun will shine through my window, and it's gonna come. Trying to make ends meet. I gotta learn that song. I don't know how he sings it. gonna have to listen to it. Good song. I don't know how that one goes. Dude. Choosing my lines. I was right on that. Time, choosing my lines. Seems to me you don't want to talk about it. Seems to me there's Joe Walsh's guitar. He's got a pretty tony guitar. He's got that wah wah shit going. Wow 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 wow. I got like kind of like a wah wah on here. Be cool for playing stuff like that. That's a cool song, man. I like that one. Taking my time, choosing my lines. He's like an octave higher. Taking my time, choosing my lines. Try to decide what to do. God, that's not easy for me to sing. Looks like my seems to me that's just horrible, dude. Why am I having such a hard time with that little solo? It's like wow, bow, 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 or something. It's like it's not that complicated. I'm like making a mockery of this song. I have no idea why I'm doing that. Because I just don't, in my head, I just don't know what he's doing there. So I'm just like, he's like. It's that simple. That's a fun song. Paperback rider, paperback rider.
Ago, although you only BTCF, so I was silent XD.
So you were silent. Okay. Yeah, Pepe's been out. They've been talking about it. Carl the Moon's been talking about it.
Richie. Also, SUI got exchanges today.
I don't know what SUI is. Dude, Richie, which part of my title did you misunderstand? Do you not understand what keeping support means? It means the price is stabilizing. So you're literally coming in here to a podcast and repeating what the title of it says, acting like you're telling me what's up. That's kind of funny. Do you see the title? Play both the bass and the guitar parts at the same time, man. I'm like a whole band. I do the vocals, man. I'm like a whole band. In this world we're living in, we have ourselves sorrow. Sing that song. Yeah. All right, SUI. That's cool. I mean, I believe you. You can ask Oracle, man. I'm not looking to get into anything else. I'm not looking to drop money into anything else except for just building up on my Bitcoin and maybe, more Harmony or maybe like more Cardano and stuff like that. One of these things come on and they explode and shit, and then somebody's got 85% of the holdings and they just decide to sell it all, and the whole goddamn thing dumps right after I buy $1,000 worth, It's happened to me so many times, so I just stopped doing it, Bitcoin is so stable, But, everybody else is more than welcome to put their money. I've been talking about it. Bitcoin is expected to soar, and this could have an incontestable impact on DigiToads presale. What's DigiToads? Toads. That's their symbol, toads. Go buy toads, bro. It's the new one. Like my song? Discord rhymes with this chord. What? I like very sad songs where I don't have to put my fingers on the strings. I don't like touching the strings or putting my hand up there. I like to stay in the same sad chord. This is my sad chord. I keep it very sad. This is my very sad chord. I hope you think my guitar playing's not very bad. It's my sad chord. I play it for you all day. It's my sad chord. I hope you won't run away from my sad chord. It's my sad chord. I can change the rhythm though. I can change the rhythm though. I can change the If my mother comes home, she's gonna be pissed off at me for playing guitar in the same chord over and over again. She'll come out here with her hands on her hips and roll her eyes at me, because that is what Jewish mothers do. Do you like my song? I would not know, cause none of you will tell me in the chat though. So fuck all of you for ignoring me. I'll keep singing in the same fucking key. Same fucking key. Same fucking key. They mustn't like this same fucking key. Oh, look, I sang in another key, but my guitar never changed. But my voice did, my voice did. But my guitar never changed. But my voice did, but my voice did. You guys are like the worst audience of all time. You're so unsupportive and quiet right now. Except Baba Blue Jaws. Except for Baba Blue Jaws. He's the only one that cares. Except for Baba Blue Jaws. He's the only one who dares. Baba Blue Jaws understands the power of playing in the same chord. Baba Blue Jaws understands the power of playing in the same chord. And I'm not using my other hand. I'm just staying in the same chord all the time, my friend, across the land. Friend doesn't rhyme with land. I don't care though, cause I'm singing it. Look, I've changed the rhythm up, but I'm playing on the same strings, cause I don't care. Oh shit. The music police are flying over. They're coming to arrest me. They're like, shut that shit up, bro. What the fuck was that, dude? It sounded like a chopper. Sounded like what was it? Was it a Huey? It sounded like a Huey. Shouts out Police Academy. That was fun. Nobody else does that. How far down do you wanna go where we could talk it out over a cup of joe and you could look deep into my eyes like I was a supermodel? Uh-huh. Baby, no one else we can trust. So say nothing to nobody or how we were busted. Never flinch or crack a smile or cry for nobody. So give your ID card. Tell him your alias says Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the United Federation of Planets. He won't speak English anyway. Everybody knows that the world is full of stupid people. So meet me at the mission at midnight. We'll divvy up there. Everybody knows that the world is full of stupid people. Well, I got the pistol, so I'll take the pesos. Yeah, that seems fair. That seems fair. That seems fair. That seems fair, yeah. pesos. Yeah, that seems fair. That seems fair. That seems fair. That seems How's that for energy from the old man? Is that fun? Dude, this guy was in a fucking gas station and a fucking 500-pound bear just fucking walked into the gas station right inside and grabbed a pack of Snickers and walked out. You guys seen that shit? Dude confronted the bear and there was, "Get away from me!" So he got away from the bear. The bear walked over, looked at the candy, selected the Snickers, took the bag of Snickers, and left. He was very selective about what kind of candy he wanted to. He totally wanted those Snickers. Well, you wake up in the morning, you hear the work bell ring, and then they march you to the table. You see the same old thing. On the table. Oops. Ain't no pork up in a pan. Oh, you better not complain, dear boy. Get in trouble with the man. Let the midnight shining light on me. Shine a light on me. Shine a light. I don't need whole lots of money. I don't need a big fine car. I got everything that a man could want. I got more than I could ask for. I don't need to run yeah. When I hold her in my arms, you know she sets my soul on fire. Ooh, when my baby kisses me, my heart becomes filled with desire. Wraps her loving arms around me, just to drive me out of my mind. Ooh, yeah, when my baby kisses me, chills run up and down my spine. Now my baby, she's alright. My baby's clean out of sight, and don't you know that she's some kind of wonderful, some kind of wonderful, some kind of wonderful, yeah, 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 yeah. All of a sudden I smelled cigarettes. That was weird. What day is today? 11? Maybe my lawn guys are here. Dude, is it possible I smelled my lawn guys before I heard them or saw them? Like they pull up in their truck, you know? I can like smell their truck from, 150 feet away. I will laugh my ass off if they're here, bro. Oh my god. Oh shit. That didn't go the way I wanted it to go. That didn't go the way, and my arms are all tired. I worked out extra hard this morning, so my arms are like totally dead. I can't do anything. That's from Groundhog's Day. Holds up his fist. Stop! Everyone stop! Stop! So fucking funny. Anyway, it's one of my favorite scenes. It's a great scene. Bill Murray. A fantastic fucking scene. Anyway, you guys, thanks for watching my show. I love it. I mean, that you guys are here and that this many of you have sat here and listened to me play guitar. It's unbelievable. So thank you so much for doing that. I wish you guys would have talked more to me, but it was fun and I enjoyed it. So I just felt like playing my guitar for a while today. So I figured I'd do it live with y'all. So I'll see y'all later. Take care. Bye now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you at the later show. Turn on your notifications and all that good stuff. And I'm on Twitter at Nays Garden. Come look me up. All right.